Alt Text in Adobe, Accessibility in Practice, Colorado Department of Labor and Employment. Now we're going to talk about alt text in Adobe PDFs. If you've already put alt text in your Google or Word document, you've downloaded your document as a Word document from Google, and you've saved as a PDF, chances are your alt text is still here. You can check this by using your accessibility tool in Adobe, and then going to Set Alternate Text. A pop-up box will appear that says Acrobat will detect all figures in the document and display associated alt text. That's good because it's warning you that there's going to be a detection method to see if there's any other images. But since you already know that there's images in your document, you can click OK. And there we have it. I already have my alt text from my original document because I saved my PDF correctly. But I'm going to make sure I have all my alt text here. And what Adobe does is it will select the image in a kind of blue grayed out selection of your image in the background. And then the pop-up box will show that image and the alt text for it. There's also an option called decorative figure. It's a little text box. And this is where maybe there is an image or an icon that is serving a purely decorative purpose. For example, maybe it's a banner, or maybe it's a background. For example, a background footer on a document. It doesn't really serve much information purpose to describe that background or that footer. So I would select decorative, and it will actually gray out the alt text and tell the assistive technology to skip it, so that the user doesn't have to waste their time on identifying an image that they don't have any information for. However, since the image I'm actually looking at is actually important and not decorative, I'm going to uncheck that box and keep my alt text. I can navigate through to my other images by selecting the next arrow or the right arrow button. And I'm going to just check my alt text to make sure it is still correct. As a reminder, we want to make sure our alt text is 250 or 200 characters or less, as short and sweet as possible. If we need more information to make a complete and equivalent representation of the data, we would then use a long description before or after that image in the narrative. It looks like all of my images have my alt text, so we're good to go. Once I am done editing or verifying my alt text, I will select Save and Close, and that will save all of my alt text in my PDF and ensure that not only are my images identified, they also have appropriate alt text, and the assistive technology user will be able to get the same information out of my images as all other users. Find more videos on our YouTube channel at CDLE_DLSS.